What up, everybody? It is, I think it's Wednesday. My week has been so packed. I'm just putting in what we are talking about. Powershift, your week. Let me hashtag that. But as I type this in, Powershift, your week. All right. I think I got it. And of course, me being dyslexic, make sure I spell week the right way, because I will definitely spell it like W-E-A-K without a problem, and see nothing wrong with that. All right, what's happening, everybody? Tycoon vibes. Oh, by the way, thank you to my buddies over here at Omnia. Sent me some nice, cool still fishing lures. My boy Cliff up there in San Fran send that to me. Anyway, make sure you put in your name. Also, when you want me to shout you out, because sometimes I can't, read your IG name, because of course I just told you I'm dyslexic, right? Jim Tweed Yart, I think his name is. What's happening, everybody? All right. Somebody said, "What's up, Damon? Major fan of you." That's ITZ_Nikki. I'm a major fan of you. All right, so I didn't have anything prepped today to go over for Powershift Your Week, because I love to have these Powershifts Your Week and tell you what I'm looking at, some of the stats and facts and or things that kind of make me think about what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong, what should I revisit. But I think one of the hottest topics out there is fruits by peshaw. What's happening? One of the topics this week is the platform Clubhouse has decided to allow the people who are on Clubhouse to pay the other people that are listening to them on Clubhouse. What do you think about that? After Dark with Johnny Ray is inspired by you. Thank you so much. I'm Jeff Taylor's here. So what do you think? How many people here? First of all, I was talking to my team, and they said, "Hey, you should talk about this." And I was like, "Well, I'm not really sure how many people are on Clubhouse that's on Instagram, because I know Clubhouse is still growing, and obviously Instagram is huge. So who's on Clubhouse and who's not? Please put your thumbs up if you're on Clubhouse. Please put your thumbs down if you're not, and I will get to know if we should even talk about this." Tony Rashaan said it's a great move by Clubhouse. Tony Rashaan is the one that put me on Clubhouse. Tony, I'm interested if you wanna do an IG live with me. All right, I see Danny from Miami who's in the house. He's on Clubhouse. Kenneth, AB something good body. I don't know, somebody who's in shape probably. Ben Pecker, not Jay. Okay, so Ginger, how you doing? Tony, if you would like to go on a live with me, I want to discuss why you believe that this is good, and we will see why it's good or bad. A lot of people are not here. About half the people are not on here, but we can go into some of that. You know what I think? Let me see. Is Tony on here? Let's see if Tony's on here. Tony. Let's look for Tony. And then I'm going to take somebody else, too. There we go. Let's see if Tony wants to. Not sure. He could be in the car. He could be doing some brilliant tech things, because this is what Tony does. Tony, just decline if you're not available. You are available. How you doing, Tony?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Did I catch you at a bad time? I know that we didn't schedule for you to be on.
Yeah,
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Just wanted to get a little bit of light.
Yeah. All right, Tone.
So yeah, I think
you're
I'm
freezing right now. There you go.
a little bit.
You were frozen. Okay, cool. So, Tone, you were the one. Thank you. You were the one who put me on Clubhouse, and I want to. Are you good now? Still frozen, Tone.
I don't know if it's.
I'll try to get in a better space. There you go.
I don't know if I'm.
All right, you're looking good.
All right. Cool.
For you being a tech guy, you have the worst service ever.
I know, right? I'm at mom's house, so you know.
Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. Everybody can get away with that one with mom's house. You can always get away with anything when you send me mom's house. So, Tone.
Exactly.
So, first of all, I want to explain to everybody why you introduced me to Clubhouse, and I had gotten introduced to Clubhouse probably about 20 times before that. But you have to go on through somebody who sends you something, and I've said it many times before. You the one who put me on the Instagram. I do believe you may have been one of the ones who convinced me or put me onto Twitter as well.
Yeah, that's true.
We have a great relationship. We don't talk often, but we talk whenever we, miss each other, want to say what's up, or giving some great information. 20 people before you wanted to put me on, and I said, nah, I just don't know where that comes from. I just didn't understand. I was like, why? But of course, I think that sends a bigger picture out to people of, when you see somebody you trust has always been consistent, you probably should really consider things. So I'm glad I'm on there. But now they introduced this feature. Explain the feature to me.
So basically now with Clubhouse, it allows you to it allows you to pay people that you like listening to, that you're getting useful advice from. If you're moderator, speakers, whatever, if there's somebody up there on Clubhouse that's giving you good advice and information that you can use, it's kind of a way to tip them, pay them.
And is this a tipping form such as in what's the ones the game, the Twitch, where you can ping 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 ping, or this is I want to listen to you, I want to give you $5, $10, $1,000 a month to be in these private rooms? Which way is it, or anyway?
Right now, the way it appears is basically you can send somebody the money. They're not requiring you to pay to be in rooms or anything like that. And I think that might be something that they do down the road, where they actually want to have paid featured rooms and stuff like that.
Okay, and so why keep everybody shouting out D?
It kind of acts a lot like a tip service. You can and they've only rolled it out to a certain amount of accounts, just to test it out so far.
Why is everybody else out here shouting out D Nice? Is D Nice in the house right now while we're talking? If anybody sees D Nice in there, let me know. I want to know if D Nice is in the house. I want to bring up some good point about D. But all right, so a person like me who goes, I don't think that's necessary now. I mean, what am I going to do? Make $100, make $1,000, and it also shows that I'd rather just give value. Do you think it's more for people that are like D Nice, who's on here? I believe he's on here, that get up and play his heart out for people and is entertaining you. And you see a lot of great people going back and forth with him who are, I've seen everybody on there from, going back listening to, from Patti LaBelle to this person, that person. I think even Elvis was on there one night, listening to D Nice. Or is it more like a person like Swan or Isis, who are great moderators, who are saying, follow me into these rooms, and because I'm moderating, I'm sitting here for 2, 3, 4 hours a night, maybe even doing 2 rooms at 8 hours. I'm not making a living.
It's a combination of all of that. Everything that you said, like that great night that D Nice had. People were like saying, okay, well, the Cash App him. Like, what's his Cash App? And he wouldn't, promote his Cash App to get paid, because that's just not what he does. But people did want to tip him, and people did want to know what his Cash App was, so that they could send him, tip the DJ, for the hours that of entertainment and comfort that he provided. So what Clubhouse is doing is kind of like taking that to the next level and integrating those features right into the app, which is, I think, a great move.
We always teach people in marketing and on online stuff that there's what we call a tripwire. And you know what a tripwire is, obviously, to find something that you believe that your audience really wants from you, that you are very passionate about, and ask them to purchase or support it. It could be $1, it could be $5, it could be $100, whatever the case is, but it is the lowest possible price. Do you think that people here, whether they're on Instagram or on Clubhouse, go, well, definitely Clubhouse, hey, just give me $1 a month to listen to all my stuff. And what that means is they've now taken out their credit card. They went through the process, and you have a way to link to them that when you do have something that is of value, you know, at least these people are like, listen, I'm open to working with you. I'm ready to hear more than just a good old, heart or, well, whatever the case is. So you know they're more serious. You at least know who your customers are that find value in what you're providing, whether you are talking about relationships or how to cook better or whatever the case is.
Yeah, I mean, these are age-old techniques, like in the digital age.
Tone, can I bring D Nice in on here?
Yeah,
bring him in. How do I do that? How would I do that?
If he's listening, he can just send a request.
Let's see if he's listening, but he may not be in the proper place. Because let's see if I can. I don't want to drop you. Will I drop you if I hit that
Nope.
plus button?
Well, I don't know. I hope not.
Let's see. Well, he didn't send a request. D's kind of like a troller. When sometimes, I see him even in Clubhouse, I try to bring him up. You know what? I think that he just doesn't come up when he doesn't have his hat on, when he doesn't have his 4-gallon hat on. You know what? I do want to say one thing about him while you're on here. I think we can all learn from. You know Swan on Clubhouse, right?
Yep.
She has over 3 million followers now on Clubhouse. She's been on there and then ISIS is also really good. And I met with Swan outside of Grant Cardone's thing. I saw her ringing the bell at the stock market because she had a SPAC that she was opening. I saw her on Lauren Whittinger's boat. I saw her all over the place. All of a sudden, in like a month and a half, she became really, really well known to a lot of people when we generally didn't know her unless you were into digital marketing or she worked at other places. Also, I want to recognize D Nice because he got awarded Entertainer of the Year at the NAACP Awards. Yeah. And I want to make sure everybody understands this type of stuff. Both of them got there from serving and doing what they love in a very specific time. And I got here from 89 and 92 and 93 of serving and wanting to serve and never knowing that could a FUBU happen? A Shark Tank definitely wasn't going to happen. And me being as dyslexic as they get, best-selling author never was going to happen. But if you look at that, I remember when we first got into the pandemic and you were telling me and a lot of people telling me, yo, go check out D Nice, he's spinning. And I saw that people were sending him food, other people that know him because they realized he was on for 8 and 10 and 12 hours in his apartment by himself just spinning music. Now, Swan was on just moderating, period. Nothing wrong with just. But anybody can moderate, and there's a lot of people who believe they can spin records.
Yes.
Why would this man all of a sudden be recognized from the NAACP and many of us as the Entertainer of the Year, beating out traditional music artists, young music artists who out there, talking to the boobity boop, F yo mama, F yo this and that. I mean, I think that's what people really love, right? The F yo mama, F yo this, that stuff. They beat out the F yo mama stuff.
Yeah.
From serving.
No, absolutely. I mean, but you have to think about it. Like, I mean, one of the things that you can consider is, of course, the comfort factor that he provided during a very tough time for a lot of people, and entertainment is a way of escaping, and so is music. Music is an escape, but like the other difference is he's in your home every couple of days during a crisis, during a time where people are very unsure and need some type of alternate form of entertainment. So you can watch a movie, but you watch it once and you're done with it.
But also, I want people to really break this down. This was done with his iPhone. This was done with Swan's iPhone. They used the power of broke. All the money that every record label put out to push those artists up to that point did not work. They used his iPhone. Swan hosting and moderating. I mean, end of the day, she's competing with. Why was Steve Harvey on the stage with Earth, Wind, and Fire like that? Yo, Tone, why was Steve on the stage singing with Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Somebody
why
get your
was
man.
Steve
Somebody
on the stage, man? Huh?
Somebody get your man. That's all I can say.
I'm listening to Isleys, and then Steve is right behind him, and he takes the mic and he starts singing.
That's that classic. Somebody get your uncle. Actually, somebody get your uncle.
So I didn't realize when them Isley brothers started singing, man, I didn't realize how much I could not sing
Oh,
until I was singing at the
trying
top
to
of my
sing
lungs.
along.
I was trying to sing along, and anyway, so Swan doing the great host thing. She's not trying to get on stage with you and grab your mic like your man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And be nice. Anyway, so I think that somebody said go get his ass. Anyway, you know what? I say all that to say, and I know what kind of going all around, and I love Steve. That's my brother, and I think I'm talking crap about him because I would have done the same exact thing. I would have been up there. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I think I think we're all talking about it because he's such a great host. But the bottom, the what I'm trying to say is serve. When you serve, man, and you don't know where it's going to take you, and if it comes from a great place in your heart, like there's so many people on here. Like I see Danny from Miami who serves. A lot of people, out there in need. I see so many people, Ginger. When you serve and it comes from such a great place in your heart, you don't know what you're going to be. I remember hearing the story of Khaled when he was like, man, this Snapchat thing, I just kept talking to myself in the mirror, another one. And, bought whatever, prayer up or whatever. And he said, I went to the mall and I see all these people. I'm in the Apple store and they're all outside. And I thought Bieber was in the Apple store or something like that. And he said, I came outside, all those kids were there for me. Because because as crazy as Khaled is, he's doing that. So people need to learn that this always goes back to when you're trying to make money off of something and something alone, and the purpose is you're only out there to make money. I haven't seen many people end up in a good place, where they either end up in the wrong place, or when they make the money because they were so miserable, they blow it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you are a broker or you're somebody in that venture area and you love the kill, you love the transaction, you love the hunt, and you will hunt a million times, even if you lose 99% of the time. And at the end of the day, the reward for hunt is the money, but it really was how you played your chess. That's a whole different way, but it's still, the end of the day, the money wasn't the reward. It was the hunt and the kill and the serving your clients, hopefully. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard, like if you chase money, it'll run from you and it'll elude you. You know what I'm saying?
It'll always elude you.
Chase your passion, and then the money will come.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, Tony. So what do you think, if right now you were giving advice to people, because I truly respect you when it comes to this digital space. You're one of the superheroes behind the scenes who understand, algorithms, where things are going, why people are doing things and why they're not. If somebody's right now thinking about joining Clubhouse, or they're thinking about how they're going to, should they try to monetize it? Do you have any words of advice? Because I know I'm just throwing it out to you, but you may have some thoughts.
No, I think that, like I said, I think the ability to allow people to pay, tip, whatever you want to call it, moderators and people that are doing the rooms hours upon end. I think that's a great thing, because it's one of the first platforms that really kind of came out and said, hey, we want to take care of our creators and find ways that they can kind of either make a living at it or just make some money at it. I think that that was a very smart move on their part, and it kind of speaks to their pulse on the community. If you're just getting into Clubhouse, if you don't know what Clubhouse is, I would probably suggest that you kind of if you get an invite and you get on the platform, just be a fly on the wall for the first week. Listen, understand how the platform works, and like when I first got on, I was just a fly on the wall listening to conversations, and there's a lot of interesting conversations and a lot of interesting connections on the platform. I just went into some random room the other day and met a singer from Germany, a creator from South Africa. We're just all in the room, and it didn't have a crazy title or anything. I just popped in and just wanted to see what was going on. But it
and
fosters,
there's also a lot of garbage on there too, though. There's a lot of people trying to sneak,
absolutely.
trying to sell you some crazy stuff too.
There's trash up there for sure, and there's some ratchet stuff up there too. But the reason I saw when I first saw the platform and really started to understand it, I said this would be perfect for Daymond, because because of what you do and the information that you provide to your followers and stuff. So I was like, this is a platform that almost made for you. You know what I'm saying? In terms of all the things that you could do and also the possibilities. So that was one of the reasons that I said Daymond needs to be up here.
Yeah, you know what? And I gotta tell you. So why do I do it? So Instagram gives us only an hour, and Instagram is just you and I speaking, and we can't bring a lot of people up. Also, everybody knows me from the guy on Shark Tank sitting in the suit and everything else, and I'm generally only speak in those areas of business. But life and wealth, spiritual wealth, and whatever cases come from so many other things. If you are miserable in your life and you don't have a great relationship, or you have a toxic relationship, or you have no mentors, you have no guidance, your health is really bad. And as I was just talking to a friend of ours, this is the fifth kid. Her child is 10, and his fifth kid this year we heard with type 1 diabetes, and so many unhealthy things going on because our kids are home. They have no place to run and exercise. We obviously are feeding them a bunch of crap all the time, as well as you want to be. If we can't talk about those topics, and I can't talk about those topics from relationship to interracial marriage and having kids and how to take care of your parents, if I can't give people that knowledge, and we don't have time on Shark Tank to do all that, right? Mm-hmm. Then I can't help people be the better person that they can be, in life. So I use Clubhouse to teach that. And I also then see, in a selfish way, what are more questions that people need to know so that I can know the topics on what my next book should be on things that I did not ever answer. Or, if I have a podcast, what are the things that are clickbait argument's sake, right? Mm-hmm. I find other things because I realize also I do a topic on Clubhouse where it's like all the things you're too intimidated to ask. And what I find is a lot of people, they've been in the room and they'll hear you and me talking, and you and I, talking, or you and me. See, I'm dyslexic, it goes back and forth, whatever I'm feeling that day. But if you and I were talking finance and we happen to be at a dinner, if people want to, and I know you want to be shy, a lot of people want to be very private. But have you ever been at a dinner or someplace out with a group of people and they're talking about something, casually saying something like, well, what's your EBITDA, or, crowdfunding? Did you really start that up? Is it bootstrapped, or, what's your interest rate? And everybody's laughing at the table. You don't want to ask and say that you don't know what they're talking about, mm-hmm. At the table. And every one of us has been there, whether I'm talking, I've been there and I still go there in finance because sometimes I'm talking to some really brainy finance people or a tech person, whatever. But the question is, if you don't, the thing is that, okay, if I don't want to talk about technology so much, then maybe I'm not in the tech space. If I don't want to talk about this so much, then maybe I'm not there. But if I get intimidated to ask the simple financial questions, well, then maybe I'm not going to run my finances at home or at work or my business, mm-hmm. or with my kids' school, or with my savings for retirement. Those are really important questions. So I love doing the room. Ask the simple things that you're too embarrassed to ask. You know what I mean? And it works.
It's also a great way to get feedback immediately. All the other platforms, text-based platforms like chat. Instagram doesn't have a great chat platform. They're trying to improve on it, and they recently improved on it, but it's still not a great chat platform or what. But Facebook, Twitter, all text-based platforms and stuff, but the difference between something like Clubhouse is you're having real conversations with real people in real time, and you're getting real feedback at that moment also. So it gives a totally different level of engagement to people like yourself and the people that are following and listening to you.
And so to button that up, and I got one last question, because I love to ask. I love to walk in the room like I'm the dumbest person. So again, if you're ever at a table or having conversation with people, and you see 5 people and they're all talking about something, and you are too afraid to ask, remember 2 things. Most of the people in the world that have knowledge want to give you the knowledge. They want to share it with you if you are open and genuine and say, hey, I got to tell you, I hear this a lot. I really don't know what that is. Can you explain that to me? Now, why generally don't you say that? Because you don't even want people to think you're dumb, or you don't want people to go, oh, you don't know that, you idiot? Yeah. Whoever says you don't know that, you idiot, they're the most insecure person in the world, because they don't know about a lot of other things, but because maybe they know this thing. And if you say that, and you say that and they say that to you, That's the idiot. And just so you know, you can follow your mind, that person's an idiot. But most of the people are going to say, yeah, I'll share that with you. Oh, really? Oh, you didn't know? Hey, you know what? Do this. Oh, you should read this, but this is what it is. So first of all, you should do that, because if you learn something every day, then think about how much smarter you are at the end of the week. Now, and that helps you compound. That helps you start to understand more things. But now the clubhouse thing, can't you do that on Facebook? I'm just curious. Can't you do on Facebook and say, hey, I have a Facebook club. It's $20 a month. Can't you, like, for those who are not on Clubhouse, can you do that on Facebook or no?
Well, I heard that Facebook, like Facebook is notorious for, swiping and stealing functions and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some type of Clubhouse type function in the mix on Facebook. Facebook right now, they have Facebook Live and some of the other things, that are very close to Zoom. We kind of go through these cycles of copycat cycles. So like when Zoom comes out and becomes the princess of the ball, Facebook says, okay, we got to get our shit together and match that. And so I can expect that Facebook will have a Clubhouse type feature coming soon. But, the good thing about Clubhouse also is, you don't have to be camera ready. It's all audio based. So
that's true.
So you don't catch somebody, off guard. And
yeah, because at night when I be on Clubhouse, none of this is colored. None of this. These is all chapped up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, but that's also part of the appeal for the platform.
I got the messed up background, the baby running around. A lot of people think that I just wake up and just be like ready to go all the time. So anyway,
well,
yeah,
you're
perception.
Daymond John, so.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Perception is reality. Anyway, all right, Tone, man, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you giving my people some knowledge. I know we were all over the place with today's Powershift Your Week. I didn't plan on bringing you on, and I appreciate you taking the time. And hopefully people learn one little thing. And you know what? If you're not on Clubhouse, try getting on it. And when Facebook or Twitch or any of your or whatever platforms turn on those same activities, you were watching it already for a while on another platform and say, hey, here's how I'm going to use it here.
Absolutely. I'm interested to really kind of see if this monetization of Clubhouse changes the flow of information, because Clubhouse has been a very open platform where people are very open and honest to sharing stuff, like coming out the box. So now that people can make money off of it or get paid, does that change the dynamics of how people share their information? It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
That's true. All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Peace, man. Stay
Thanks
good.
a lot.
Peace, bye.
How do I get out of here? Oh.
You the tech guy. You tap it. Come on, Tony. I'm trying to close, man. Man, put some tape over the damn thing. Man. All right, everybody. Well, hope you learned from one of those that I learned from. I hope that you take away some of these things, take or ways to look at things. Remember, life is very simple. There's only two things you can control in life: how you look at it, the lens you look at it through, and how you react and or respond to things. Remember, life is 20% what happens to you, 80% on how you respond. Not react, or respond. So hopefully, some of these things work for you. Now, I love to tell people dad jokes. I told this other one on Clubhouse, but I've been saving this for everybody here. All right, you ready? And I want to make sure that I am politically correct. There are the incorrect word for little people are, I think it starts with an M, not using that, but there are people who are technically dwarves. I love this joke. All right, are you ready for this joke? Please give me a thumbs up if you are. All right, here you come. You're ready. All right, somebody said they're ready. Somebody said, oh boy, that means you're really waiting for it. Somebody said politically correct. All right, here you go. My friend told me that he was outside of a jail and he saw a dwarf escaping out of the fourth window. And I said, don't you think that's a little condescending? Come on, let that soak in. Let that soak in. Get it a little condescending. Condescending, no? Don't lie. Don't lie. I know it's Wednesday. You're going to use that all week long. You cannot lie to me. I know you're going to use it all week long. Somebody said,